Kathy's excitement was obvious, and she was in a brilliant mood. However, what Jacob was concerned about at the moment was that somebody might call him. He wasn't too interested in food right now, so he refused politely. Today's lectures were fantastic. Kathy, I appreciate that you got me the ticket and let me tag along. As for the treat, that's fine. We'll hang out some other time. Good. So you finally admit that the lectures were excellent. How about you treat me then? Kathy said with a huge smile. Her face was still pink with excitement. Oh, Jacob hesitated. What, you don't want to? I showed you the wonder of science, but you don't even want to thank me? Kathy squinted her eyes. She was being playful, another side of hers that Jacob hadn't seen before. It's not like that. I'm just worried that if we don't go back now, the dorm gates will be locked, Jacob explained. The university knows how many students are attending this lecture, and naturally they'll all eat late, so the dorm gates will close at 11 o'clock tonight, Kathy replied matter-of-factly. Seeing Kathy in such a good mood, Jacob had to agree. Okay, I'll take you out for dinner. Let's go to that burger place nearby. After all, Kathy had treated him twice already. It was only fair that Jacob took her out tonight. Okay. Kathy got her bike from the parking lot, and Jacob took the driver's seat. He took her to the place he had mentioned, and it was right outside the west gate of the university. On a balmy night, Jacob was riding smoothly on the quiet road around campus with Kathy in the back seat. The night breeze softly blew through the leaves, and everything seemed so quiet and peaceful. It reminded Jacob of the last time he walked side by side with Kathy outside the university. University life would be such a failure if you didn't date during the 4 years. With Kathy in the back seat, the strong belief of the countless students came across Jacob's mind. He looked at the auditorium, which was still dazzling. He also noticed Kathy, who was sitting in the back while staring quietly at the artificial lake in front of them with a contented smile on her face. Long eyelashes, eyes shining like stars, pretty features, shiny hair, and a graceful smile on her face. Kathy is so beautiful, thought Jacob. He pretended to look at the auditorium, but he was actually looking at her as he rode the bike. The burger joint was as busy as usual when they arrived. The dorm would be locked at 11 o'clock, and so the enthusiastic students weren't willing to go back that early. Are you hungry, Kathy? I'll buy you their special combo. While parking the bike, Jacob said to Kathy. Although Jacob didn't invite girls out for food often, he still knew that he couldn't send her off by just buying her a cheap cheeseburger. Sure. Kathy rubbed her stomach and replied. She indicated that she was indeed hungry. Jacob! A familiar voice startled them, and Jacob instantly knew who it was. He turned around and saw his roommates sitting at one of the corner tables. One of them had yelled out Jacob's name. Sam had tried to stop him, but he was too late. You guys are eating here too? Kathy was quite surprised to see the 3 other guys from Jacob's dorm. Since they met, Jacob had no choice but to walk over to them with Kathy. Why are you guys here? Jacob asked them. We got bored at the dorm, so we came out for some food, Sam answered while wiping the cheese from his mouth. Okay, then we'll eat together, said Kathy. She turned to Jacob and suggested, let's sit here with them. Jacob didn't know how to answer, but Sam suddenly stood up, leaving a whole uneaten meal of burger and fries on his plate. No way. You guys go ahead. We're done now and we're ready to go back. Really? Staring at the hardly eaten burgers on the plate, Kathy said doubtfully. No, for real. We were planning to bring the rest to the dorm. Grabbing the food on the plate quickly with one hand, Sam twisted his roommate's ear with the other and said, Let's go now. His roommate yelled in pain while trying to save his ear. It took him too long to realize why he shouldn't have called out Jacob's name. He then stood up with the leftover beer in his hand. You can't drink beer in the dorm, Kathy reminded him. The guy put down the beer unwillingly, wiped his hand, and got the bill from the owner. The three of them ran away from the joint like thieves. Kathy sighed helplessly as she saw them scamper away. She really didn't understand boys. "So, let's find a seat?" Jacob asked as he looked at Kathy. "Fine, let's go." Kathy nodded. They sat down at a table by the wall, and Jacob ordered a barbecue burger for himself and a fried chicken meal for Kathy. "Has Sam recovered from the injury?" Kathy asked as they sat down. "Yes, he's fine now. He has tough skin, so he recovered quickly. You saw how he was acting all lively just now," Jacob said with a smile. "The punishment from the university was bizarre. I thought he would at least get a verbal warning. I couldn't believe that they just let him go. I was glad, though," Kathy said. Sam had the same thought. He felt so relieved when the announcement was made. "He's now in a better state of mind than he was after the fight," Jacob replied. "It's good that you weren't involved this time," Kathy continued. Jacob smirked. What Kathy didn't know was that Jacob had put in an enormous effort into getting Sam out of trouble. Otherwise, just like she said, no matter how much partiality the university showed, as the party that started the fight, Sam would get a warning at least. "Speaking of which, you are great at fighting." After thinking for a while, Kathy said, "I didn't know you could be that tough and strong." Jacob guessed that she was about to use the word violent, but she chose to call him strong instead. "You are the same, Kathy. You used to be so gentle and serious about everything, but during the lecture today, you were so excited as if you were a teenager," Jacob said. "Really? Was I?" Sitting up straight, Kathy looked at Jacob with her shiny black eyes. "Your face is still pink," Jacob smiled and said. Kathy didn't believe his words, so she put her hands on her cheeks to check. She could feel the warmth radiating off her cheeks. She got embarrassed and tried to open her mouth to explain, but it only made Jacob laugh at her more. "Fine, I made a scene today, but Dr. Walter and Dr. Mila are my idols. It makes sense that I got so excited when I met them in person," she concluded after composing herself. "Yeah, it makes sense," Jacob nodded sarcastically. Kathy frowned when Jacob made fun of her, but she decided to let it go. She continued asking questions. "Are you facing any problems with Michael?" "Why did you ask that all of a sudden?" Jacob raised his head. "I heard that the fight happened because you and Michael didn't get along well," Kathy said seriously. "I don't like him, and he doesn't like me. That's it," Jacob said casually. "How about I be the mediator or something, and you guys can resolve this matter?" Kathy said, after thinking for a few seconds. "Don't bother, Kathy. You don't have to get involved in this. Have some chicken." Jacob pushed the plate of fried chicken towards Kathy. Kathy nodded, but she was still worried about Jacob. However, it seemed like Jacob didn't care about it, so Kathy thought he probably had some people to rely on. What happened to Michael didn't really concern her. It was her brother, the captain of the basketball team, that made her worry. She wasn't sure what her brother would do to Jacob, as it was because of him that the basketball team had suffered. The way the university dealt with the incident was strangely harsh on the team, and nothing happened to Jacob and Sam, which seemed unfair to the players. She believed her brother would be resentful of this announcement. But there was nothing she could do about it right now. As they continued to eat, they talked about all kinds of things that were happening in class. The topic went back to the special lecture they had attended. While he thought about the secrets hidden deep in his heart, Jacob felt the enormous admiration Kathy had for Dr. Walter and Dr. Mila. As they kept talking, none of them noticed that there were fewer and fewer customers in the restaurant. "Shit, it's 11:30. Looking at the clock on the restaurant's wall, Kathy shrieked.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.